Rain doesn't fall the same way on Njinka Street. It doesn't pour, it listens. Every drop slow, deliberate, like fingers tapping against a coffin lid. And if you stand there long enough, you begin to feel it, that something is standing with you, watching, waiting. No one who has lived on Njinka Street ever forgets it, because the house at the end of the road never forgets them. The taxi jerked to a stop. So suddenly, Nadine Mboa's head snapped forward. "We're here," the driver said. But his voice wasn't normal. It was tight, uneasy. Nadine leaned forward slightly. "This isn't the address." The driver shook his head slowly, eyes fixed ahead. "It is." She followed his gaze, and then she saw it. At the far end of the street, the house. Tall, silent, watching. Its yellow paint had faded into something lifeless, like skin left too long in the sun. The balcony leaned slightly, as though it was tired of holding itself together. And the windows looked like they were staring back. Nadine forced a small laugh. "You stopped far. It's just there." The driver didn't respond. Instead, he reached for her luggage and placed it on the ground. "I don't go further," he said quietly. Nadine frowned. "Why?" This time, he looked at her. Really looked at her. The kind of look you give someone you know won't listen, but wish they would. "Because," he said slowly, "people who enter that house..." He paused, then shook his head. "Forget I said anything." Before she could respond, he got back into the car. The engine started, and within seconds, he was gone, leaving Nadine alone on Njinka Street. Silence. Not the peaceful kind, the heavy kind, the kind that presses against your ears until your own breathing feels too loud. Nadine adjusted her grip on the suitcase. "Okay, it's just a house," she muttered. But as she stepped forward, something felt wrong. There were houses on both sides of the street, but no movement, no voices, no music, no life. Curtains drawn tight, doors closed. Even the air felt still, like the entire street was holding its breath, watching her, waiting to see what she would do next. Nadine swallowed and kept walking. Step, step, step. The sound of her wheels dragging against the gravel echoed too loudly. Then, creak! She froze. The gate to the house had opened by itself. No wind, no one there. Just the slow, deliberate movement of metal against rust, inviting her in. The gate stopped moving, half open, like a mouth waiting. Nadine hesitated, then forced herself to move. One step forward, then another. Crossing into the compound felt different. The air was colder, thicker, as though she had stepped into a place that didn't belong to the world outside. She reached the front door. It was already unlocked. Of course it was. She pushed it open slowly. The hinges groaned, loud, protesting. Inside, darkness and dust. Particles floating through thin beams of light like something alive. The smell hit her immediately. Old, closed, forgotten. But beneath it, something else, something faint, something wrong. Nadine stepped in cautiously. Her footsteps echoed through the empty rooms. But something about the echo didn't feel right. It sounded delayed, like the house was repeating her movements just a second too late. She placed her suitcase down. The sound landed heavier than it should have. Thud. Then silence again. Nadine exhaled slowly. It's just an old house. She turned toward the living room. Old furniture sat covered in dust, but strangely, not disturbed. No footprints, no signs of anyone ever leaving or entering. As if time had simply stopped. Then, "Don't stay!" Nadine froze. Her breath caught in her throat. She turned slowly. "Hello?" Nothing. Just silence pressing back at her. Her heart began to race. "Someone there?" she called out. No answer. But she felt it again, that sensation of being watched. Not from one place, from everywhere. Her phone vibrated suddenly, sharp, violent against the silence. Nadine gasped and fumbled to grab it. Unknown number. She stared at it, hesitated, then answered. "Hello?" At first, nothing. Just static, soft, crackling. Then, a voice, a child's voice, barely a whisper. "Please." Nadine's grip tightened. "Who is this?" "Leave." The voice sounded broken, like it was coming from far away, or somewhere it shouldn't be. "Before night comes." The call ended. Dead. Nadine stared at the phone. Her reflection flickered faintly on the screen. But for a moment, it didn't look like her. Night came too fast. One moment, dim light. The next, darkness swallowing everything. Rain began to fall, soft at first, then heavier, then relentless. Nadine lay in bed staring at the roof. Sleep wouldn't come. The house felt different at night, alive, listening. Every creak, every shift, every drop of rain hitting the roof sounded like footsteps. Then, she heard it. A sound. Above her. Step, step, step. Nadine sat up slowly, her heart pounding violently. There was no upstairs. She knew that. She had seen the house. There was no upper floor. And yet, the footsteps continued. Slow, deliberate, moving directly over her. The sound stopped. Right above her. Silence. Heavy. Unbearable. Nadine held her breath, listening. Then, a faint sound, scratching, like something dragging across wood, directly over her head. Her body refused to move. Then slowly, very slowly, the ceiling above her let out a soft crack. Nadine's eyes widened. Dust fell lightly onto her face. She didn't blink, didn't move. Then, tap. Something touched the ceiling. From the other side. Another tap. Closer. Then a long, dragging sound, moving across the ceiling, following her, as if it knew exactly where she was. Nadine tried to scream, but no sound came out. Her chest tightened, her breath shallow. And then, right above her, The movement stopped. Silence. Heavy. Unbearable. Then, a whisper, clear, cold, right above her head. You stayed.